Hello, I'm not Barbara. Who wrote Barbara? It's Barbara. With me, I have Jade Rider, also known as Charles. If you call him Charlie, he'll come at you like a lightning fist.
Damn straight.
Of fury! Long. No, I will be doing that joke, even though most people who played Soul Calibur will get that, and most who will wonder, Li Long didn't use fists, he used nunchucks. That's besides the point! Fury! So we are going to play this game by Atlas and Sting, so you can already gather, and that sound and those screens may give you a clue. Oh, is that... Maybe, if it probably didn't say please reset. Let's see. Nintendo... Well, it'll auto-select its backup media, so we're gonna... unpause. You will be seeing me fiddling for about a 5... Not in a strange way! So, Atlas, please work now. Something, wag, I'm evil. Ooh, I have a scythe. Scythe means evil in cultures that really don't know about good and evil. Did you know that scythe is attributed to Death? Death himself is not considered the force of evil, but is considered evil in some way just because he gathers the souls of the dead, which is kind of biased because he's deaf, that's his job. Why are we playing a game in Japanese? Well, do you recognize those two?
Egad, I do.
Yes! One is Sonic the Hedgehog, the other is Sonic the Hedgehog's sister. Or someone else. Recognize those two?
Indeed.
I don't, because I haven't played Yggdra Union.
Hey, Pamela. Hey, Emily. Or something.
Wah! It's Jesse and James! Which I'm surprised no one has drawn attention to that joke in the time this game has been out. Not this game, but the previous. It's Chewie! I'm looking at both of them. I mean, it's not the fact that... Yeah.
Man, my man.
Brigands above. Hey look, it's Luke and Jabba.
Yes, you're right.
I still like the knight on the top, just because he decided, for some reason, I will ride a horse and all this up. And now it's death and life, I guess. Counterpoint. Or another one, hey, it's Knuckles! He got himself...
More awesome.
He did, he got himself a scythe. We are going to play Yggdra Unison!
Yggdra Unison? What's that?
What? Thanks for that, Charles. Oh, what's that? Well, I'll tell you what that is, my friend. So, we are going to play Yggdra Unison. Yggdra Unison is, I guess, the pseudo-sequel to Yggdra Union. It's not really the sequel because it doesn't occur in any true storyline. It doesn't have a storyline. What it is a massive strategy game concerning the characters of Yggdra Union and those who felt that the previous game was slightly more strategy oriented, but at the same time was too focused on A, the cards, B, the cards, C, the frickin' cards, D, the cards. Did I mention the cards? We'll skip the character introductions. But, yes, we could press this, and we could press continue if we wanted, because I have no save there, a save there, a save there, and a save there. Well, I have nothing in this save, which is the save we're going to focus on. We are going to start the game. As you can tell, there's a lot of characters to recruit. I don't know all the basics, and this will be mostly with Charles's help and my own thing, I guess. So it's the beginning of the Warring States period, which is essentially what this is. So basically this is covering the backstory of how that guy, Knuckles the Echidna, Jade will have to fill me on the actual names, but Knuckles is essentially ticked off that Sonic's off doing stuff without him, so he grabs an army and a scythe from nowhere. He's all like, "We're going to invade, suckers!" Not in the stereotypical way, because Knuckles isn't A, cliche, or B, cliche. I'm not really...
Basically,
Yes. Basically, something bad is happening. Charles knows the story better than I do because he played Yggdra Union.
indeed I have. 5 times.
So, we're going to press this. Sorry for any lag, but I'm going to record this with Charles, so we may have to get used to it. So you could, at the beginning of the game, choose 2 states to start with, which have a star difficulty of 3 at conquering everything else. And they have 3 people within them. Now, you can press the middle button to check who you'll be getting on your side if you use that state. So if we used Yggdra, we get Yggdra, the princess, and the main character of Yggdra Union, I guess, because it has a name in. We could have, I think his name's Durant?
Yes, Durant.
Durant, the knight on the back of the horse. Look at the horsey, look at the horsey. Cruz, the archer. So those are the 3 you'll get to begin on your side if you choose Yggdra's place, I guess. And you could go back using that button. Or, you could choose this one. This is a 1-star difficulty, which I think is only matched by the fact that, you know, I guess he's supposed to be really easy. So here we get Milanor, or Sonic the Hedgehog. Too slow! That's what he is, in my head. Who is some sort of pseudo-thief guy with a massive spiky thing. We get that girl that's clearly in love with him and then get shafted in
Killier.
Killier.
Yeah, I don't get her name either. It's pronounced
Kaylee! Kaylee's in this game too? Trump must be curious. First she's in Mystic Quest and now she's here. Well, that's curious. She dyed her hair green as well, that's odd as well. And we have a... Yes, it's one of the generic grunts that serves under Milanor. Grunt. Because you need more bandit grunts. I don't get how Yggdra's story is harder when he's given a grunt to begin with. But oh well. Maybe he just has more command or something. See, now when you start the game, you can choose where you start, and this also affects how you'll play the game. For example, if you start in Yggdra's place, you then have to go fight the nations. Yes, this game is focused around capturing the other nations. This was led by this really happy-looking girl.
Hi, Pamela.
I don't know who that is, but with her she has Miser. Which Charles knows very well.
Indeed I do.
And next to her, you can also choose to attack this one, led by Rollickman!
Ortega.
And this guy.
And Inzaghi.
Izagi, that's it. She could go this way and fight Olive Rollickman! I don't know.
And the Protector.
The Protector is this guy's name.
Mm-hmm.
That's a cool name. Or, of course, she can go straight in and fight the Empire, led by Knuckles the Echidna. Which has 3 pages of commanders. So we have Knuckles, we have this girl, who I don't know. We have this woman. We have this person who... he laughs because he calls her a lolly almost 100% of the time, which I guess is true. We get this guy who I think is awesome, Night Dude. Even he has a large circle and he can get off combos pretty quickly. And yes, I will explain the concept of combos in this game when we get to a battle. His sister is also quite awesome. It's also because those two get a lot of characters in Yggdra Union. I don't like Yggdra Union. I will say this now. I would say this to Charles as well because of the serious amount of, I guess you could say reality, but the amount of character death and slaughter is almost beyond the pale, really. It's like, almost everyone in this group of the Empire who has some sort of sympathetic backstory dies. I know that's kind of the point of reality, but at the same time, it's a video game. You don't always have to take yourself so seriously. Advance Wars never did, and it was quite a happy game, even though for some reason you wonder about the amount of generic soldiers that get murdered in Advance Wars. We also have this old dude, who is very... he's like a Jedi.
Force is strong in this one.
We also have Silver. Who I think is
Woman.
I really like Silver. I don't know. I like her look. And yeah, Silver is a her. Take that. We have Russell. I know several people called Russell, I think. And it's still a good name. Who's a swordsman. We have another Valkyrie who appears to be the twin sister of the one up there. We have, over here, that girl that joins you who's a friend of What's Her Fate, Silver.
Elena, that's her name. And
Elena.
that's her brother.
The Black Knights. Ho 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 ho. Do 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 do. Yeah, that's my
Beware of the Burger King!
Okay. Also of note, we also have an empire here led by his holy doucheness. I remember he's a douche. This guy, who pretty much has a monocle, but is not as cool as Canis. And this girl, who is an awesome assassin. Seriously, she has better stats than these two. That is saying something. She is their subordinate, who you meet earlier than these two, and she's better than them. You two suck!
It's official, you suck.
It's official, you suck. Yeah, that is... This guy has the hardest difficult... I'm guessing that's difficulty. He is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars, and he's on his own. And he's this guy.
He can take him.
What's his name again?
Gordon.
Gordon. He's cool. I like Gordon. Because I like knights. Over here we have the first... Well, we'll do that in a second. We have the twin nations, I guess, led by... We have Jesse first. And this guy. A golem dude. Why don't... Over here we have the James. And instead he gets a skull dude. Who I always picture was actually quite nice, and when you talk to him, he was like the Thing out of the Fantastic Four. Just sit there smoking a cigar going, well, we best be on our way, or something like that. And with his mace, you can actually picture him going, it's clobbering time! And finally, the nation you'd face first, and the only nation you can face first, Milanor's is slightly easier, I guess, because he only has one path he can really go through, whereas Yggdra has multiple ways she can head out through. So, this nation is led by this girl here, who is a mermaid person. Is led by this lolly here. I'm assuming, is she a lolly?
Yes, she is. 12.
Well, or as we used to call young girls, a young girl. Don't worry, we acknowledge the fact that they are just girls. And this lady over here, who I don't know why she's evil.
She's the queen.
She's the queen. Oh, alright, that's a good enough excuse. So, I'll leave it up to Charles as the video comes to a close to decide which nation we're going to play as, being the Yggdra Union buff he is. We will be going through both, don't worry. It's just which one we'll go through first.
Alrighty.
So it's essentially an easy one to start off with, Yggdra or Milanor.
Give it to the girl.
We play as Yggdra. Which will affect, by the way, the characters you can recruit! Yes! Which is the interesting feature, so this is the prologue. Let's make up the history! Which is a great way to start. And we'll see you in the next